Okay, good morning. Today's drawing is basically a discussion on democracy and dictatorship. There's a lot of it on online at the moment. A lot of people debating certain views and ways to live their life, and I'm just going to do a piece using my famous world leader character that hopefully you saw yesterday in yesterday's drawing. If you haven't, go over to YouTube and check it out. It's worth it. Okay, so again, today we're using Indian ink. As always, Indian ink. I love Indian ink. Indian ink has this lovely deep black that other inks don't seem to have, and I use Indian ink when you actually let it dry. It has this kind of thickness onto the paper. So if you haven't used Indian ink, go and get a bottle, try it out. You will see a massive improvement in what you're drawing. And this drawing today is a little bit planned out. I've used a little bit of there's a lot of letters and words in this in today's drawing, so usually I don't really kind of work them out, but today I've had to put down some light indications about where I'm going to be putting the ink. You might see that in the drawing. It's just an indication. It's not really a trace of sorts. It's guidance. I don't want to, when I'm talking and I'm drawing at the same time, I don't want to spell the words wrong, so you might see a little bit of that today. But hopefully it won't distract from what I'm actually doing. Thank you for all the views yesterday. I think there's something like 50,000 views on this month's drawing, so a huge thank you to everybody. The views don't mean that much. Views don't really mean that I make money from it or anything like that. It just tells me that there's a lot of people out there that are enjoying what I'm doing, and that for me is worth more than any money at all. It's fantastic. So a very, 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 very huge thank you to everybody. It means a lot. Sorry for the banging and stuff today. I've got some work going on in the house. So hopefully that doesn't distract too much. We're just going for, again, we've got this world leader with a bag over his head, which is the start of the idea. I had a dream, and this character was in my dream. He was a character that was basically beating me and being rather violent, and I thought it was a lovely way to bring a dream and a nightmare into a drawing as a character for something that's scaring a lot of people. This idea of world leaders. For a lot of people, these politicians seem to be the reason for a lot of people's fears on a daily basis, really. Okay, so the basic structure that we're doing here is I'm going to be basically building this paper bag over a man's head. The man is obviously, for those that are worried about stuff of nudity, there is a naked man below this. A rather perverted naked man, hopefully. So if you don't want to see that, switch off now. It's going to be a series of illustrations. As I said, there was one yesterday that was very well received. Thank you very, very much to everybody. And again, this is no political persuasion in any way. It's basically my own thoughts, my own opinions, my own slight madness, if you want to call it that. So don't get offended by it being anything resembling your political persuasion. So, but again, let me, send me a message. Give me your thoughts on what the drawing is. Am I being too unkind to these world leaders, these politicians? If not, if I am, if I'm not, send me a message. Give me a comment. There's nothing worse than being an artist and don't get any comments about what you're actually producing. Imagine being a singer without an audience. It's quite a sad thought. So give me an idea of what you feel about what I'm drawing. Do you like my style? Do you not like my style? Do you like my... Should I talk less? Probably that's a good thing if I was talking less, but I don't know, what should I do on top? Put music on top? I don't know. What kind of music could I put to this type of video? The only thing that springs to mind is that Frankie Goes to Hollywood, if you remember those. War, what is it good for? In the song he says absolutely nothing, but obviously it's good for it's good for business. It's good for politicians to make money out of. Which is a very sad thing to think about. Alright, the first sign, hopefully it's spelt right. That was my main worry about this drawing, was actually spelling all the words right. So, okay, the first nipple tassel. For those who get offended, it's going to get worse. So like I said, he's got a brown paper bag over his head. Hopefully I'll get around to painting this up later on for you to see it in colour. I do prefer watercolours, but sometimes the watercolours and the ink work best. These days I kind of feel like it's a little bit easier and faster in the digital form. I'm not a big fan of the digital system. I'm not that big a fan of iPads and I still prefer to see it drawn. I still prefer to see artists with a pen in their hand or a pencil or whatever your... again, nothing wrong with it. But I miss seeing people... Right, dictatorship. My background is years and years in animation, so I'm very happy with a pencil in my hand. I come from the days of hand-drawn animation, not this new form of digital animation. Again, it's fantastic, amazing, clever, but not my cup of tea. I had my own animation studio for over 10 years where we did shows like Lilo and Stitch and Horrid Henry and the Moomins and hundreds of different shows. Oh, sorry. Put it on the latch if you want. Sorry about that. Where's my pen? Yeah, so I was also part of the Roger Rabbit, for those people that remember Roger Rabbit. Thousands of TV series, cartoon series, 13, 14 feature films. So, but now I get to work from home, sit and draw and watch the squirrels run around in my garden. So I need something there, don't I? I need something. Let's go with a red. I'm a little bit worried about using the red when I've already used the black, because sometimes it kind of bleeds into it, but again, this is not a symbol of blood, it's simply the fact that I like red, so don't give me lots of BS comments about, oh, the blood. And this ink is the Diamond, I think it's called. It's not Indian ink. The red is not Indian ink. So you will see a difference in the ink. You'll see that usually with the regular ink, it kind of starts out very bright and quite fantastic, and then as the ink sinks into the paper or dries away, it kind of becomes rather bland. I always feel it kind of lacks a lot of power. There's a good word. It looks very kind of bland sometimes. I mean, this ink, the Diamond inks, are actually very good. But again, I much prefer an Indian ink, permanent ink. And I do have a lot of inks, that's for sure. I mean, obviously it depends. Now again, a lot of times with inks, I mean, it's quite easy now to scan them in, which I do. Can you see that? It's actually very, very bright here. I don't know how much of this you can actually see. Let me move that down. Can you see what I've done? Can you see that? It's very bright here today. I don't know why it's so sunny. South of England. And recently it has not been anywhere near sunny. So today is rather bright, so I'm sorry if you can't see that. My apologies. My apologies for the beautiful weather. Right. You decide. You decide here. On this drawing is your decision. We're always given these decisions, and sometimes I always feel like these decisions sometimes are a little bit of a trick. And in my drawing today, it's going to be a little bit of a trick. Again, I hope you're not offended by the trick. Again, it's just my strange opinion on what's happening in this world at the moment. I think in earlier years, I think we've always been guided. And I'm finding more and more in recent years we're getting more and more being pulled along by somebody's business plan. And this is part of my reason for doing this set of drawings. It will be a set. I'm going to do these until people say, please, for Christ's sake, stop. And if you want more, tell me. It's going to be a series. I'm not sure at the moment how many of them I'm going to do, but the one that I did yesterday, as I said, was very, very popular, so it's kind of given me a thing of, oh, maybe people want to see a little bit more of opinion. Again, the comments that are tattooed on this man's body are not my opinions. It's supposed to be the opinion of the person with the tattoo, obviously this world leader. So again, I want to hear your comments. Also, back to the point of iPads and stuff like that, there is a lot of amazing artists out there who do use iPads and such, and they are amazing. They are absolutely incredible. It's just not, again, my opinion. Everything on this is just my opinion. It doesn't, who am I, really? Who am I with this opinion of politics and such? Who am I? Nobody. I'm just a lonely little artist. I don't need to tell you what this bit is. I'm sure you can guess what this bit is. This is tied to your third choice. The third choice in this illustration here is a third choice, and I think it's nice of him to give us a third choice, isn't it? You want this one? You want this one? Here's your third choice. What's it going to be? Tied on by a little bit of a string. I'm going to be rather crude here, probably. Switch off now. But there you are. Today's drawing. pull, 4, if you do get a chance, pop in and have a look at some of my other drawings. I think there's about 400 drawings, videos up there at the moment. So your comments on all of those are very welcome. The more comments I get, the more follows I get. Obviously, the better I will feel. So, cheer me up. Go and send me a comment. I'm living down in the south of England at the moment. All those people. Hopefully there's a lot of people around the world watching this. But I'm in the UK, I'm in the south of England. And after years of being working in many other different countries. There you go, there's your third choice. Can you see that in the sun? The sun is very, very bright here. It's usually not that bright on the paper. And obviously with the white paper you're getting a kind of a glare, but sorry about that. World leader. World leader pretend is almost what I'm thinking, you know. How do these people get there, for Christ's sake, you know? Okay, so we're getting to the end of the drawing now. There's the manky old toes. Again, I'm sorry about the background noise, but I'm having some work done in the house. All right. Concentrate on my drawing. What noise? What noise can you hear? Nothing. There's no noise. Oh, what a beautiful drawing you're doing. That's the idea. Just pretend it's a big mosquito or something, right? And then here we go down to the final foot. I've always had people seem to have a problem about drawing hands and feet. Always quite enjoyed it. Always quite loved drawing. When I was at Disney's, we used to have a weekly kind of life drawing, and if you're a budding artist, get into your life drawing. It is everything that you need. It is amazing. It will help your drawing and your understanding massively. Getting in figures and drawing it. We used to have this thing of like, we'd have these fast poses you draw for like 5 minutes and then 1 minute. Fabulous. I miss some of those days. Okay, you decide. Let's put some grass down there. Just so he is standing on Earth. Obviously not the same Earth we're standing on, but and there you have it. Let's squeeze a signature in there somewhere. This is a red. This is Indian ink. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Right. My name down here at the bottom. For those who have forgotten or like to see more, it's Kieran Siemens. You can see more on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. Come along and be entertained. Thank you very much for watching. This is the world leader, the 3 choices, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Okay, leave me a comment, give me a follow, and I'll talk to you soon.